Earlier this year, my husband, our 2 toddlers, and I moved from the US to Serbia, and we've been slowly turning a long-time empty house into our home. This house sat vacant for over 20 years and was never fully finished, so it's been a process. This is our first video on my channel, and it's part 1 of our DIY patio makeover. At this point, we've already poured a lot into getting the basics done in this house: paint, electrical, light fixtures, furniture. So when it came to the outdoor space, the budget was basically a shrug and a deep breath. But I still really wanted a spot where we could spend time outside as a family that didn't feel like a construction zone. So like any mama bear running on ambition and caffeine, I turned to the DIY route. In this video, I'm showing how we made benches, a side table, a floral chandelier, added solar lighting planters and a trellis, all while the 2 toddlers tried their very best to help. If you're into DIY, design, or just trying to make a house feel like a home while keeping small children from eating screws, subscribe and follow along. We're figuring this out project by project, and I'm sharing the good, bad, and chaotic. Let's get into it. For the seating, we decided to build 3 simple wooden benches with lumber we picked up at a local wood market here in Serbia. I found a tutorial online, linked in the description if you want to check it out, but just to be super clear, this video you are watching right now is not a how-to video. We are not pros. We're just 2 sleep-deprived parents trying to build something semi-sturdy while our toddlers do everything in their power to sabotage us. They were obsessed with the tools, kept trying to carry off random blocks of wood, and at one point we had to barricade the patio with a half-finished bench just to keep them from climbing onto the wet stain. So yeah, this is more of a watch us struggle, maybe get inspired kind of a thing. We sanded everything down and stained the benches a dark color to match the ceiling beams and help things feel a little bit more finished. Once they were basically mostly-ish dryish, we added cushions and an outdoor rug from IKEA. Honestly, these turned out a lot better than I expected. Are they perfect? Absolutely not. Are they comfy and sturdy and exactly what we needed for now? Yeah. While the benches were in progress, we also installed a wooden trellis from this local hardware store chain called Uradisam, which means basically do it yourself. And I felt that in my soul. We popped them into the planters, packed in some dirt to hold them steady, and just nailed them to the wood roof frame. Then I gave them the same stain as the benches so everything matched, even if my energy levels didn't. Eventually, I'd love to get vines climbing up them, but that's gonna be phase 2, along with catching up on sleep and folding laundry. Since we haven't had electrical work done on the patio yet, we went with solar lights. I grabbed these from IKEA, they were affordable, no disposable batteries, and they turn on and off by themselves. They give off this really cozy, soft glow in the evenings and somehow make the whole space feel calm and intentional. For the planters, I went with a mix. Some trailing greenery, a little lavender for height, and white and purple flowers to soften the space and keep things feeling light and calm. My toddlers helped plant everything with their baka, and the planters have already started attracting visitors. We've seen bumblebees, butterflies, and even a little lizard who's basically moved in rent-free. I'd seen so many of those hula hoop floral chandelier DIYs online that I decided to give it a shot. And in classic mom fashion, I just watched a bunch of reels and then just really winged it. First step, the hula hoop. I took the boys to the mall to grab one from the toy store, only to realize in the parking lot that my husband had taken the wheels off the stroller during our road trip to Sarajevo and Mostar, and he forgot to put them back on. So I was carrying one toddler, holding the other's hand, balancing a giant hula hoop, and a box of crepes from the food court. It was a whole scene. Back home, over the course of various nap times, I spray painted the hoop black, wrapped it in faux greenery from, you guessed it, IKEA, and zip tied it all into place. Then I added mostly white flowers with a touch of pink and wove in some cute solar flower lights for some extra glow. To hang it up, I just cut 5 black chains, clipped them to the hula hoop with a carabiner, and attached a longer chain to a nail in the ceiling. And that was it, our DIY floral chandelier. It brings a little whimsy to the back corner, adds some lighting, and basically it just makes me feel happy. This was another one of those viral IKEA hacks that I kept seeing, and basically I couldn't stop myself. I swear IKEA hacks are an addiction at this point. Anyways, this project started on one of those days, the days where the kids are bouncing off the walls. I basically needed to get out of the house, and IKEA had carts, parking, and french fries, so off we went. I just bought 4 of those Blonda matte wooden salad bowls and no idea how to say it, Snuda Lazy Susan. The hack is simple. Just stack them and glue the bowls to make a stand and use that Lazy Susan as the tabletop. I set it under the floral chandelier, and honestly, it's giving art, like affordable art that you can set your coffee on while wiping melted popsicle off your pants. So that's part 1 of our DIY patio makeover. Our patio was basically giving communism, and somehow we managed to turn it into something warm, functional, and ours, all while spending next to nothing and parenting 2 chaos gremlins in the background. It gives us a place to sit while the boys play, a space to host people without apologizing for everything, and most importantly, it gives me a tiny corner to collapse into at the end of the day, wine in hand, audiobook playing, pretending I have nothing left on my to-do list. Let me know in the comments what you want to see next. And if you're into DIY, design, or trying to make a home while raising small kids and slowly losing your grip on clean laundry, hit subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.